This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Abam. Welcome everyone. We continue in Mishna Berura, Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Lamed Beis. And we're learning about the tanning process. So we just had to have a week break so I could go to Fez to see the biggest tannery in the world. So now we can have some understanding of what's going on over here. We're up to Siman Lamed Beis, Sivches. Tzarech haklaf liyos meubad ba'afatzim oy besid. The klaf has to be worked with afatzim, some kind of nut juice, or with lime. The tzarech shi meubad lishma. It has to be tanned lishma. Toiv lahoitzi besvasav betchilas ha'ibud shu ma'abdei l'shem tefillin oy l'shem sefer Torah. It is good to enunciate, articulate in the beginning of the process that you're doing it for the sake of tefillin or for a sefer Torah. Avalim ibda l'shem mezuzah pasal. If you did it for the sake of a sefer Torah, it is pasal. Now, we saw in Mishna Berura Katan Chafhei that you only have to articulate in the beginning, but you don't have to continue to articulate throughout. You don't even have to think that you're doing it lishma throughout, only in the beginning. Even if it takes many days, because there's a klal, kol ha'oisa al das rishayna hu'oisa. What is tchilas ha'ibud? When you put the hide in the lime, not when you put in the water before, because this is not considered tanning. We learned the machlekes Chazon Ish in the Mishna Berura. The Chazon Ish understands the Mishna Berura to mean that not only do you not have to soak it in the water lishma, but even if you did, doesn't help, because that's not the beginning of the tanning process, and the Chazon Ish disagrees, and he says that if you soaked it in the water lishma, that will help to be considered tanning it lishma. We're up to Sivkat and Chavav, l'shem sefer Torah. For the sake of a sefer Torah. Dikedushasa chamura mitfilin. Meaning, if you need to either think I'm doing it for tefillin, or I'm doing it for Sefer Torah. Because the Kedusha of Sefer Torah is more chamer than Tefillin. Uvechlama Saimana, and included in the Sefer Torah is Tefillin. You're allowed to switch it. In other words, don't say, oh, Malam V'Kodesh Maridin, I was having to tan it for Sefer Torah, so now I can't change it for Tefillin and Mezuzos. I could do it. The Magen Avram, the Dir Shukot, says that even though it's asur to lahoirid mikedushasa chamura l'kedushasa kala, you're not allowed to make shel rosh until shel yad. That's over here allowed to, because all you have is hazmana. Okay, aval. Now we're going to see it's not mamish hazmana, because you're now to make it into a dvarchol. Aval dvarchol asur l'shanoisai. But to use it for a secular use, you cannot change it. Levad im hisna befeirosh betchilas ibudan, unless if you stipulate it explicitly in the beginning of the tanning, shei muter l'shanoisa, that you're allowed to change it afla divrei chayil, even for a mundane purpose. Az muter l'shanoisa, then you're allowed to change it. V'hanachain, the correct thing is sheyinagu keina soifim l'charchila. The Seifim should accustom themselves in the beginning. When they put the hide into the lime, they should say as follows: I am putting these hides into the sid. L'shem kedusha sefer Torah, va'ani masna, and I'm stipulating that when I want, I could change it for anything. So I'm doing it l'shem kedusha sefer Torah, but I stipulate that if I want, I could use it for whatever I want. I could make a pocketbook out of it. Okay. V'loy k'may shenago Seif Shem, not like the Seifim who say, l'shem sefer Torah, oy tefillin, oy mezuzos, oy shar davar rishus. Not like the Seifim say, I'm doing it for Sefer Torah, or tefillin, or mezuzos, or any other discretionary use. The az mistap gim achron mahani, because then the achron are mesupik whether that works. Why? The Be'er Halacha explains the problem with that kind of stipulation is you need to come on to Breira. You need to come on to retroactive clarification. Breira. You need to say, well, if it comes out that I use it for a secular purpose, then I never intended it for Kedusha. Or, if I use it for Tefillin or Sefer Torah, Huvra Adavar, that I tanned it for that. But we hold by Dairaisa, Ein Breira. So therefore to say, I'm doing it for Sefer Torah, for Mezuzah, or whatever I want, so then it comes out that it's only Huvra, you did it for Sefer Torah, if you in fact use it for Sefer Torah. Mashe'en Kain, if you use the first stipulation, that they say, Ani noisen ores elodolo shem kedusha Sefer Torah. But I'm masne, that if I want, I could use it forever I want. So that's a better t'nai. You're not coming on to Breira in that situation. Pasal, okay. But if you did it for Mezuzah, it's Pasal. V'loi mahani rak le-mezuzah bovad. Since mezuzah is lower kedusha than Sefer Torah and Tefillin, if you were ma'abed it for mezuzah, it doesn't work. Why? The kedushasa kalam et Tefillin. The kedusha of mezuzah is less than Tefillin. V'im ibed le-Tefillin, if you were ma'abed it le-Tefillin, mahani af le-mezuzah v'loi le-Sefer Torah. Then it works for mezuzah, but not Sefer Torah. See, I would have thought, if I'm ma'abed for Tefillin, it's not going to work for mezuzah. Mezuzah is different than Tefillin. It's a different entity. No. All stam is kedushas Torah. That's a very important yediyah. Stam is kedushas Torah. The reason why anything associated with tefillin, it has to be buried, is because it's kedushas haTorah. And tefillin has more kedushas haTorah than mezuzah, because tefillin is more parshios. It's the parshios of mezuzah plus. It's the lashon of the Chazon Ish. Kedusha Sefer Torah, the Dirshu quotes us in footnote 45, Kedusha Sefer Torah, Tefillin u'mezuzah is achasi. It's one Kedusha. It's not, you see, I don't think I would have thought that. I would have thought it's different types of Kedusha. No, it's Kedusha achas, it's Kedusha HaTorah. Sefer Torah is greater, it's B'chlal Masai Yemana. Meaning, Tefillin and mezuzah, in terms of Torah, it's B'chlal Masai Yemana. Now, if you tanned the hide for the sake of ritzuos, it's not going to help to write parshios. If you tanned it for straps, it's not going to help to write parshios. If you made klaf afterwards, the kedusha and chamura. Klaf has more kedusha than ritzuos. Or batim, even to make the leather for the batim, you cannot make if you tanned it for ritzua. The kedushas chamura ritzua. The kedushas habatim is greater than the ritzuas. Primagadim ayin shamoid masha kasav bazeh. So, just one more second. We were just in the Fez tannery. So I'm going to show you. I have I can't be megala everything, but this is one of my magnets. And in the middle of this magnet, I don't know if you could see, and they want to see on the camera also, you have about 70 different pits. And these pits, they fill it up with lime. Actually, I'm being nice, that's not what they use in the Fez tannery. They don't use lime, they use the tsoya of yoinim. But it's a very acidic, component, and that's how they tan the leather. That's how they make it. But not only is the memory still in my mind, the smell is still in my mind. But it's a very putrid makaim. But that's how they tan. Actually, we're going to see in the upcoming parshiyos which animals were zoicha to have their waste products used in the production of Sefer Torah, Tefillin, and mezuzos. Okay, Rabbi, say have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Kol tov.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.